welcome to my backyard. I love plants. If you don't already follow me, I invite you to follow me because in this channel I talk all about how plants can transform your living space. I have been doing a lot of indoor transformation with plants, and now I am tackling the outdoors. I'm really excited because I've incorporated a lot more outdoor gardening and also houseplants in my outdoor area, and I am in love with my backyard. It really has become very inviting. I've also, of course, tried to style it so people can sit out here and we can enjoy this outdoor space. Every year I do new little things. I've done a few things this year, and we do things with the budget. So let me go ahead and show you things that we've done and things that I recommend. They might make your outdoor gardening a lot easier. And I will start by putting a clip of how my backyard used to look, because it definitely was not inviting for many years until I decided I wanted to really transform this space. There will be also a link to a full YouTube video where you can see a lot more details on transformations that I've done in the past years, but I will in this video take you along and show you the new things for this year, things that I recommend, things that I enjoy, and I can't wait to share my outdoor plant oasis with you. Welcome to the back of my house. This is what I have to work with right now. This is my backyard, and when we moved into the house we worked in the inside but not the outside. It already had this, it's a carport, we believe, but it's a very odd carport. So we've never used it as to put our cars in there because you would have to go in through the grass area. We had a little garden last year, and that's how this grass looks kind of ugly there. So there's a lot to do in this back area because it could be nice. If we look at the piece of land, it's not too big. It's big enough, and there's a lot of mature trees that create lots of shade in this back area, and makes you, even though we live in city, it makes you feel like you're out there in nature. So we have wanted to use this space, and wanting to use this space, my husband and his father built this big table. It's a 12-foot long table, as you can see here, but it's an unfinished project. So I'm gonna show you what are the problems back here and what are the things that I'm thinking off the top of my head that I'm wanting to do to make this backspace become a beautiful oasis, I guess, a place to come back and relax and enjoy. So let's review some things that I'm thinking of doing, just so we can see if they come about or not. Give you a look from this angle so you can appreciate the nice mature trees that we have. Looking, you see this tree? It's so big and mature, and I love it. So we can create this space, make it look really nice. I think we can appreciate our backyard a lot more. Of course, I would ideally love to have a beautiful privacy fence, but one step at a time, right? So for now, we're gonna do what's quickest and fastest so we can already enjoy this spring our back area. Okay, so I hope this gave you a little idea of what we're working with, and I think it's time to just start working, right? And we can enjoy this backspace. And this is how it's looking now. It is around June 22nd. Things have changed and are looking alive. Loving, enjoying my backyard. Got the pool set up, and this little used to be a carport is all full of life and ready for us to enjoy. We have a fence, and I'm really excited about it because it adds a lot of privacy. We do still have to stain it, but one project at a time. So one day I came home from work and this was here. This is the new thing for this year. We have a little walkway. Before, as you maybe saw in the clip, we did not have this, and it was all like this sandy soil. So now there's a beautiful and inviting walkway to invite you to our backyard. Wow, I was so impressed when I arrived home and my husband had done this walkway for me. I didn't even give him instructions on how to angle it, and he did this nice curvature here against our above ground swimming pool. And I am loving it. Now, before we go into more details about it, I'm going to go ahead and turn around and show you what we have here in the back. So this is another little amazing thing that I have for this year, 2024. This raised garden bed. I had not had one, and I had everybody, you know, I had been doing these raised garden beds, buying some, building some. I have a lot of friends and family that were doing it, and I just had lots of pots. And you know, I was trying a little bit with tomatoes and peppers, but never very successful at it. And now my husband also built this for me, and I'm so grateful that he did. He also surprised me when I got home one day from work. He had taken a day that he had off of work, and he had built it from just taking from a model of a picture that I showed him. This is treated pine wood, and we just put a little plastic layer on the outside so that whatever chemicals is on this treated wood wouldn't seep into our garden. We were able to bring some soil from a nursery. That was, I think, a little thing that I really wasn't sure how to do it, how to fill this thing with soil, because there was so much. I guess I can insert a little clip on when we were trying to fill it up. We started with leaves, and we eventually put a lot of the soil that I got from my nursery. Let me see what I can find and insert the video clip here. Okay, so obviously it's been successful because things have grown well. So this soil has been very good. What we have growing here is lots of tomatoes. Let's just give a quick little look here. And we are in June 20th, so now we're barely gonna get our first fruits that we can eat. Things that I've learned things that I should have done differently, but overall I'm very happy because my dream was at least to have tomatoes, enough that I could just eat at least, you know, a couple a day, and I didn't have to go buy some. Unfortunately, I left all my pepper plants in the middle, and these tomato plants grew so big that the pepper plants have not been growing very well inside of here because they're in the shade. Not very smart of me. Definitely we're gonna do less tomatoes next time, put it more on the edges, but hey, I'm very happy with this. I still have some pots here with other plants that couldn't fit in here. Another pepper plant somebody gave me, pepper plant some friends gave me, some tomatillos some friends gave me. I tried growing some cosmos and marigolds from seed, and that's here. They're not doing that well. They're from Dollar Tree. And I was trying to put them all around here, the garden box, because I wanted it to deter pests. That's what it's known that it can do. I do have some little flowers here. They're purple. Aren't they pretty? I don't remember the name. Got them very cheap at my local nursery. And I have lots of basil, and I'm very excited. I wanted to have lots of basil. And this one is the purple basil. I got it at Lowe's, that small little pots. And also the Thai basil is right here on the right side here. And it's doing really good. They're sharing a pot together. We have some sunflowers here. I need to put them in prettier pots, but they were grown from seed. I think they're from Dollar Tree. And they're the little flowers about to pop. And coming back to the walkway, let me give you some details how we try to do this budget. I had been wanting something, but it was very expensive to buy per brick. So this ended up being a deal my sister told me about, where every brick was around 25 cents each one. And I thought was a great deal because we were able to purchase 400 bricks for $100. So we went ahead and did this little walkway with 100 bricks, with 400 bricks, which was around $100. We did have to spend also in buying some sand that goes underneath it. I think we just did, actually we did some kind of gravel, not sand. We ended up not doing the sand part. Well, just some kind of sand part that goes on the top to kind of fill in between the gaps. So we did spend a little extra money with that, but it wasn't that much, was it? And we went ahead. I'll show you over there. We have another section with more bricks, and I'll give you more details when I get there. But just to give you a quick look here, we do have this arch that I got at Lidl, which is a grocery store. And I know a lot of people don't have it. I know it's arriving here in the East Coast. It's a European store, and they have weekly finds, although it's a grocery store. And this was $20, very cheap. And it works. It works. The whole point is that I want plants growing up it. So I have these clematis that I've planted. There's 2 different ones here. Eventually they'll grow, hopefully fill up the space. And these are rescue clematis from Lowe's. Also, like I said, in my first year having them, and they're rescue plants, and I'm pretty thrilled if they're alive. These little lights, they're solar, and they come on during the night. I'll give you a view of it later. And they were from Temu, and they were just like $13, and so far so good. This is a fig tree that I've had in the past maybe 2 years. I need to put it in a bigger pot, but look, it does have a little bit of figs. If I give it a bigger pot, it would give me a lot more. Old lemon tree and some seeds that I planted, and I don't even know what it is, the flowers or what. And I do have like grass growing on it, but it's alive. We have here is a strawberry mint, and I'm in love with a strawberry mint. I don't know what's going on. It has little white little spots, but they're not bugs. I already looked at it. And this, I just cut a little piece, put it in my water with some ice, and I love it. And I have planted a lot of dianthus. These are from Walmart, like $1 something. And what's nice about dianthus, that's a dianthus, that's a dianthus, different colors. What's nice about dianthus that they come back every year. And right now they might not look the prettiest, but they have these beautiful flowers. There's different varieties, and they come back every year, and they should flower spring, summer, and fall. They had flowers, and at this point they don't have any. I'm gonna have to fertilize it, and I don't know if it's just because they're becoming established. Could be, I don't know. But at this point right now they don't have the flowers they had before, but there's whites and pinks, so I think that looks really beautiful. This is a white iceberg rose. I thought and I was hoping it would climb. It's not supposed to be a climber, but I just had high hopes. But if it doesn't climb, I'm gonna move it, and I plan on getting a Eden rose, which are climbers, and I think they're vigorous flowers. They flower constantly, and I would love this to be full with white roses, and also my purple clematis. What do you think about that? Ooh, I'm excited. And another thing new for me is I planted what's your name? My brain just left me. This is a very common plant. Cordy. Yes. I was almost there. And these have impressed me. I've never planted coleus. I know it's a very common plant, but they've impressed me because they've been so easy. And see, versus like flowering plants, when they don't give you flowers, obviously you have nothing going on. And these are always going to brighten up your area. I've been pinching the flower. I have to pinch it again here. And these were tiny little plants. Might have included already a little clip when I was potting them, but they have exploded. I got these plants 6 for $1.50, just to let you know how little they were. And so it was very inexpensive too. This whole area was like $1.50 for all these coleus. These also, I got them on sale, these dianthus, in Lowe's. Well, they had the 3 for $12, so I didn't pay $8 for each one. Nope, nope, nope. I have back here a little more of the coleus. There's just so many colors. and I think they're easy to propagate. I have another lemon tree, hydrangea from some other years, and another little thing that I have this year that's pretty amazing is this. It's a rain barrel. It's another investment. We didn't really want to spend the money for years, but we should have a long time ago, because I could have used this water to water my indoor houseplants and saved a lot of money. Now that I'm doing outside gardening, well, they're actually going to be used. It's going to be used to water mini plants. Right now, we do have a little drip system going underneath the bricks up here to water this garden box. Pretty amazing, right? Oh, I forgot to show over here. Back up here, we actually built this to my husband did. So we have some pots up there, and with flowers and Mexican petunias. Right now they're looking droopy. And the reason is because I wanted to create more of a privacy. My neighbor's windows are right there, and I just wanted to create more to block their view for my backyard. So it's worked. They're growing, and they're gonna keep growing. So that's why that's there. And right over here, I have this little circle area where I have different types of flowers I've planted. I tried a lot of seeds. Most of them were not successful. The ones that actually gave me flowers were very weird looking, long, looked like grass. I just pulled them out. But I have a lot of Gerbera daisies, and I have this is a foxglove, but it's just not flowering now. It's new for this year. Gerbera daisies, I think, are beautiful. Too bad right now they don't have flowers. But if you follow me on my Instagram, it's also called Plant Heartbeats. I'm always talking about what's flowering in this area. But I look forward for this just to be a circle full of flowers. Very just, you know, cottage garden. Things are not perfect here, but I think they're very fun and alive, and that's what I want. And I'm not going to worry too much about weeding every single little thing that's out of place. It's okay to me. I just want it to be a lot better than it was, and I think it is. Right over here, we have these Dollar Tree planters that I did a video on it. Issue here, I can give you an update, is the kale's been eaten a lot by caterpillars. And I just realized that today what it was. I thought it was snails, and I had put some coffee grounds, some sluggo, but they continue eating. So then I realized today that they were caterpillars. Small little baby ones. So now I know how to treat. I'm gonna look up how to treat it, but I read that vinegar with water can help, and I had some other organic spray that I also sprayed this morning. But that's how that's looking. I like keeping all this close to my hose area because it's easier to water. I have a hydrangea there. I have another garden little box there that has basil. And I guess before I continue here giving you the tour, I do want to talk about the hose, guys, because this is one of the coolest things of this year too. Look at this. I hated the hose we had, which was a regular old hose sitting here on the floor that was getting crinkled all the time, hard to bring it back. It was just looking disorganized. And we tried buying from Walmart one of those that you reel it back in. It was like $40. It was the cheapest thing we could find, and it was not that easy. If I have a little clip on that hose, I might insert it now. We had bought that from Walmart. You guys might have seen it on Instagram. It just was a lot of work to reel it back in. It was just physically a lot of work. Second of all, the hose was dragging down the floor, and sometimes it was hitting some of the plants that I have here. And I hated that, the hose being dragged through the floor. I still had to work with winding it in a certain order so it wouldn't all wind up in one section. It was work, and it was okay, but I was like, oh my, I don't really like this. It wasn't a big advantageous, other than once it was in there, you didn't see the hose anywhere. But this is great. So the company Vego contacted me. I couldn't believe it when they offered me this, because this is one of the things I really wanted. I had seen these hoses existed that are so neat because it's all reeled in here, it's off the floor, but I knew there was an investment. But I really hated my other hose area, so they gave me this to actually review, and I've been using it now for, I want to say the installation was about a month and a half ago, easy. And I am in love. First of all, my first impression when I unboxed it, and I'm sorry I didn't record it because I didn't record it, but basically when I took it out of the box, first thing I said, wow, it looks a lot stronger and better quality than I could have imagined. We did have to put this post here. I think my husband put a little cement down there, so anytime you put a post to kind of make it kind of stay, that's what you do. We added this little solder little light there to kind of match it and make the post look a little prettier. But it's very easy to use. I'm gonna go ahead and insert a little video on how the parts that come with it and how it's incredibly long, and it extends to the furthest part of my yard, even my front yard, even the furthest part of my backyard. This is a dream. So I'm very happy Vego sent this to me, and we'll be putting a little coupon code afterwards, so you guys want to maybe get it a discount on it. It can be a little cheaper for you guys. Okay, so let's talk about the hose. This one is 130 feet. I didn't realize how much 130 feet was until we were able to extend it all the way to the corner of the front yard or the backyard. Of course, we have a yard that's about 1/3 of an acre. So, but for us, this is great. This is great. So what's so cool about it is this. Let me show you. You pull it out wherever you want to take it to. Let's say, okay, when, come over here. I don't have my microphone on so you can hear me. So then when you want, wherever you want to get to, you just kind of let it go and it gets stuck. It stays. You see, it's not going to be pulled back anymore. So then I can comfortably water what I want to water. Oops, hold on. I didn't turn it on. We had turned off this. Okay, so it has this little function. Earlier we were moving this, changing it for another thing. So we put it on the off. So I can put it back on the on. And here's one way it shoots out the water. That's one of the ones I use the most. Okay, this one's nice because it's very fine. There's water over here. Can you see that? And fine is good when you have seeds and you don't want them to spread or move. It's a nice, stronger shot too when you want to get a nice drench and watering in the plant. This one is longer and spread out. I like this one a lot too. This one's even more of a fine mist. Maybe this would be the ideal one for seeds. This one's like fanned out. You see that fan? I don't know what you call this one. I don't use this one that often. This one's kind of like in a circle. It opened it up like in a circle. And this is the long shot. Look how long. It's good. It's getting to my potato area. So I like this one to get to faraway places. I also like it when I want to pressure wash something. It kind of washes with more pressure. I'll actually insert a video on how we cleaned this table earlier using it, okay? I was using the hose to wash this table. It's pretty far away. The hose comes from that area over there, as you see over there, the Vego little area where you put it away. So I just kind of pulled it out in excess, and I kind of just then it kind of hooked this way. That way I don't have to be pulling it out. And I am looking for a way to clean my table, so I'm using this one here. This is a big shot, and it just goes really far, and I can get closer, but what I wanted some more pressure to kind of help clean. Okay, so we're scrubbing the table now with my Monstera man. I actually did half the table. It's his turn to do the other half. We're just using some Dawn liquid soap, and then look how it washes away. Nice. Looking so much better. Had not been cleaned in about a year, so it was time so we can use it. Okay, so this is how you can see how it looks, the face of it looks. Okay, so now I want to show you, to me, one of the hardest things with having a regular hose is how to make it look neat and put it back. Like I said, either you have something where you have to manually take your hose and kind of put it back, which is a lot of work, or you can do this. This really was a game changer. Okay, I want to put it back, so what I do is I'm going to pull back. You want to show towards you? Okay, so I'm going to pull back a little bit and let go. And then I hold it, and you have to be careful to just kind of guide it back. You don't want this to just be flopping all over and hurting something. You just bring it back, and look at that. Voila, the hose problem is solved. So now I'm going to just show you the little pieces that come with it. One of the pieces that came with it was this little piece here. This piece is good because sometimes we want to use this extender. This didn't come with it, and we need this to water some of the plants that are up there that I showed you earlier. So what we do here is we just put it on the off, so it shuts off the water, and then this, I unlock it. You see, lock, unlock, and then you push down. Okay. I thought I had locked it earlier. Okay, so anyways, you pull that out. Sorry guys, I just had to unlock it, and I had done the opposite. And you push down, and you pull away. Okay, that's what you're supposed to do. And now we got this, and we were so excited that we knew that we could just pop it in here. How easy is that? So now I want to water over here again. Oh, another thing, this swivels. Isn't that great? So I pull where I want it and stop, and shouldn't retract back. So now I can turn it on, and then water my plants that are further away. So overall, just happy that this little piece came with it. All these little pieces come with it, that is really good. Let me show you other pieces that come with it. This is another piece that came with it, and this helps you connect it there, and it gives you a very long shot. And also there has another one that you can do like a fan. You just twist this part. This is on and off. And yeah, so if you needed this, it also comes with this piece. Again, very nice, heavy piece that comes with it. Like, it looks really strong and good material. Now let me just show you how I can make this hose reach the furthest part of my backyard. Let's go. up. Okay, let go. See, and it stays here. And I'm in. Let me get closer. So basically, this is the furthest part of my backyard. So if I had plants here, which I do have some hydrangeas, they're kind of not doing that good over here because I could never get to the watering them over here. They're basically gone. There's that one right there. But basically, it's made it so much easier to get anywhere. My potatoes are over here. Let's go water them. Okay, we took some out today because some of them are looking ugly already because we thought it was time to pull them out. We have asparagus, potatoes, and onions. It looks like grass, but there's onions and grass mixed in here. But this is an area before it was very hard to get to with our hose, and now we can get to this area. Okay, so I did want to say they did offer me a discount code for you guys. I'm going to put it down here so you guys can get 10% off. So if that's something you guys were thinking of getting, this one honestly is a very good sturdy one. And I know it's an investment, but I do think it's one of those things that transforms and it makes things so much easier. And then sometimes we don't invest and then we're just suffering for many years. So I hope this was useful in case you're interested in one. My tour here, we have some Spanish lavender. That one's doing good. We have some rosemary. We have some, I think it's called longevity spinach. This is an herb I bought this year. It's called tarragon, French tarragon. I need to learn how to cook with it. And right over here, entering my backyard, new are these two pots. Somebody gave them to me. They looked really shabby. I spray painted them. And here I have a dahlia. This is the Cafe au lait. Have you guys seen pictures of Cafe au lait dahlia? It is incredible. It's a dinner plate size flower. So this one's going a little slow, but hopefully we'll get some flowers later on. Again, don't forget to follow me so you guys can see more updates on the flowers later on. I have my Monstera Siltipicana that usually is inside. I took it outside because it was not doing good, and it is picked up its life again. I do have these two little boxes that are 3-tiered. I got these at Aldi's end of season, maybe 2 years ago. Literally $12 or less for each. Guys, look, I love getting deals. I wait when I can. I try to wait, and I'm so happy I was able to get these. They are shallow. Things dry up quickly, so I have learned that I have to plant things that don't have very deep roots, and I have to keep up with the watering. These are nasturtiums. These are edible, the flower and the actual leaf, which is pretty interesting. I've had cilantro, but it's so hot now, and they're already doing the seed thing. Right over here, I had nasturtiums, but I took them out. Maybe I shouldn't have. I just need to decide what I want to do there. I have also a pretty interesting herb here, Vietnamese coriander. So cool. I went to an herb little sale, and they had some interesting herbs. This is thyme. I come and cut from this one constantly. This is a type of mint. And back here I have this, I think it's called sago palm. I've had this one for a few years. I do have to put it inside when it's winter, and because I put it inside, I had this lantana from last year, and it made it survive because the flower didn't really get, oh, how pretty is that, didn't get killed. So I need to make this grow and fill up that way. Okay, so let's see. Let's go right over here. I have these two little circles and pots and plants. I got them at Walmart. And this is the Hoya Hindu rope. She was inside, had a lot of mealybugs, so a lot of times when I can't control it, I bring it outside and I let other little insects eat those. A jade plant, burro's tail, that's not too big. I pulled out my string of turtles out here because I was having trouble watering her inside. It actually dripped a lot of water and I wasn't keeping up with the watering. So hopefully here I can just come and spray her. She'll look better soon. This is my lemon lime philodendron and Thai. I bought this years ago and it wasn't doing that good inside, so I brought it outside. They usually do better, guys, in case you're having trouble with houseplants. Incredible, as long as they're not getting full sun all day long. This is my philodendron splendid. Again, this one I had chopped at some point because it wasn't doing good. How beautiful is that? I had it in my laundry room through the winter and she actually survived. Amazing. This is some kind of jungle cacti. My raindrop peperomia, Christmas cactus, crocodile fern. That one's not doing that great, but it's okay. Also, what do you call this one? It's a philodendron. Oh, and I love this one. I'm sorry, I don't remember right now. My brain's out here in the outdoor house plants. Again, this little box, it has little herbs, nasturtiums, and basil. Here is a rescue of a type of beautiful hydrangea. The flowers are almost gone. So yes, this was a trial and error thing. But this is from Temu, this little race guard fabric. If you can't build something like that, this is so easy. This was like $10, guys, and it's worked. It's actually maintained the soil moist enough. It's deep enough. It's at least 12 inches deep. So that's a cheap way of doing a raised garden bed if you need to. Again, that's another cheap way, Dollar Tree. But of course, those are just not so deep, so you can't do all kinds of vegetables and plants. You got to kind of research which ones you can do. Right here we have my monkey tail cacti. I have my curly jungle cacti, curly orchid, something like that. This is a Dischidia. This is a rickrack cactus from this driftwood. And this one's doing really pretty, really good. This is my Swiss cheese mini monstera white form. Ooh, gorgeous. And some kind of palm that I cut down, and look, it's coming back. Just add a lot of the tropical effect it does here. This furniture is from Target. These 3 pieces with a table. And this is from Amazon. And I already had it for 3 years. It was around $350 back in that time. Also, this was around $350. I bought it 2 separate occasions. That way, 2 different years, so it wouldn't be that expensive. This is from Amazon. This swing is gorgeous. Unfortunately, people ask me about the link, but it's no longer available. What I love about it is this wood part, and I leave it all year long. So yes, it's dirty, but I just kind of put like a something on there when I don't want to get dirty, like a blanket, and that's an idea. This doesn't get rained on, but it still gets dirty. So in the spring, I try to give it a nice cleaning. And back here, let's just show you here, because I have here. This is my Thai constellation. She was getting bigger and bigger, harder to find a spot inside. And so I just brought her out here. Hopefully she'll get less browning. She was getting some browning inside. It's so hard to prevent that, at least in my case. Whenever they have a lot of white, they usually get some browning eventually. But yeah, my Thai constellation is doing good. I did a video on saving it. because a lot of people wonder if I was able to save it because it was dying with root rot when I just got her. And this is a horsetail philodendron. I got this plant so cheap some years ago. I think it is a cute plant. And she's been pushing out some new leaves since I pulled her outside. Look at that. Does not look like a horse head 100%. And right over here, I do have a nice Hoya. I think it's a pubicalix. And then I have a beautiful Caletheia, and I don't remember the name anymore. And a big, beautiful Monstera. This one I got in clearance for $5. And look at her grow. I have a Scindapsus Splash up there. And this is a Philodendron Brazil. Man, it's backlit. Sorry guys, with the sun being behind. This is a Hoya Hindu rope. And I want to show you the flower. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my, let me smell it. Well, I can't reach it, but it usually smells delicious. Gorgeous. Oh. And then I have here a neon pothos, which is that lemon lime, lighter in color. Hoya Crimson Princess, not doing that great. Didn't take very good care of her. And this is just a snake plant, or Sansevieria they're being called. Whew, I always forget the name of this plant. It's hard to see it here with all the greenery in the background. Oh, this is gorgeous. There's a nice breeze, even though it's a hot day here today. I know this is in the, oh, what's the name? Champagne jam. It's a type of goldfish plant. And it's gorgeous because it has red in the back. And when I touch it, it's thicker. Kind of like a Hoya. And this is a little parrot from Paraguay that we brought back when we went to visit. We have a bird of paradise that was not doing that good in the laundry room, but took her outside. I just can't kill it. You know, I can't get rid of it, but she's not very pretty to be inside. And this plant here, wow, she has grown. This was one of my first purchases that I did. Let me give you a little look from this side. When I was getting into plants, I think it's a Philodendron Coelum. And look how it adds a jungle vibe here on this view. She has just grown and grown and grown. It is a hard one to have indoors, guys, because they grow big. But again, I take her out in my backyard when it is better weather and it can survive. And let's go ahead and look here. This is my fiddle leaf tree. Isn't this gorgeous? This is my Aldi's buy. This is one of the first plants that got me into houseplants. It all started with it doing not good, and then the pandemic hit. I looked up a video how to take care of it. I incorporated what I learned. When it started doing better is when I fell in love, and I got intrigued with learning about plants and looking up videos on how to take care of them. And when you put in practice what you learned, I mean, not always, but you learn a lot on how to take care of it. It right now is about, I'm 5 feet. I'm up to here right now with it compared to it, so it's about 6 feet tall. So it is really good for a $12 fiddle leaf tree that I bought. This is a beautiful leopard, some kind of leopard plant. I don't remember the exact name. Isn't it pretty? Wow, so pretty. What else do I take you? I'm gonna take you now here. Okay, so this table was built by my husband's dad and him a few years ago. Maybe if you saw my other video, you saw more details about it. But it was just built, and it is long. It fits a good 12 people. Now this is another addition of this year, was adding this brick pathway and brick all underneath it. We ended up buying another 400 bricks, which was another $100 to make this happen. But that's not a lot of money. And we did buy again this gravel that goes underneath it. So maybe in total we invested around $300 to $350 to do all this brick area. So I think it's great because now it's so much more, it's kind of wet because we washed it earlier. It should be all one color. But you can just walk out here at nighttime. I can walk over here to bring my dog to go potty, and I don't have to get dirty. And overall we wanted this area so when we invite people we could walk over here. And sometimes I like doing some nice little dinners, anniversary parties, stuff like that, and people are dressed up or wearing nice shoes, and normally nobody wanted to walk over there because that's another thing we have not mastered yet is grass. Isn't that interesting? It's so shaded back here, and our sand is so sandy because we live in Eastern North Carolina. So it's something one year we'll tackle that one, but one project at a time. A prayer plant, I think it's called a green prayer plant. She's really pretty, and this begonia is new for this year, and I think she is absolutely gorgeous. I forgot her name. Got her for $10 at my local nursery. And I have some other philodendrons here, which are gorgeous. This is a gloriosum. Gloriosum. I had a mosquito on my hand. That's one of the big battles back here is mosquitoes. So if you guys have anything, tips that you guys do, let me know. This is a gloriosum, a Seabird gloriosum. I had given it to my mom, and it was infested with spider mites. It was dying. It lost all of its leaves, but it's surviving now. I had to give it some love and care. And we have two different types of philodendrons here. One is a sordioi. It's this one here. And then I think it's the pastasanum right over here. And this is another type of begonia. Still want to paint the shed and work on that area. Want to stain the fence. We grew some potatoes this year over here. And we have a nice jasmine plant, right? Growing here. We're trying for it to grab this trellis because it was on the pole here. But that's it. That is my backyard for this year. What do you think? So what do you think? I love it. It's really transformed our outdoor area, and what I would recommend is do one project at a time, but do it, because by doing this little work, a little bit of an investment, look for the deals. You're going to be able to transform wherever you live into somewhere inviting, somewhere you can relax. And I'm loving doing more outdoor stuff because I can hear the birds. I can eat from these plants. A lot of them are herbs and edible plants, and I can actually bring some plants that are house plants outdoors so they can actually grow and feel better. So I'm really happy that taking some effort and done all these changes. I hope this was instructive for you guys, and it was overall inspiring and relaxing, and we can keep learning from each other. So don't forget to subscribe, and we'll keep sharing our plant love together. Thank you for all the people that are always watching, your kind comments. I really appreciate it. Until the next video. This is a little video to show how my backyard looks at nighttime. I love it. Wanted to show you these little lights that are just floating little candles. They're solar powered. And the pathway. We've added these little lights on the walkway. So even if at nighttime we have to come out, we still have some lighting going on. And this is the little lights from Temu. These are solar lights. Turning around. If I get this view. Really is an experience every time I walk out here. Really helps me stop and just enjoy the moment. The sounds, the smells, the feeling. We've had these little lights here hanging from the previous year.
trees. Wow, it feels so good out here. That's why I love to be able to enjoy the outdoor area more. Oh, this is fire pit table with gas. We usually put it over here when we use it in fall, spring, winter. The view here. We plan to put more lights around the fence, just so when we walk our dog at nighttime we have more light. So that's another little project here. And I just wanted to give you a little view when I turn around. Those mature trees. It's beautiful.